Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Durant. Here's Payton. Now here's Payton. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And here are the Mavericks now. Here's Harper. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And he gets it to go. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Kemp. Westbrook. Here's Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Blackman. Pass to Harper. 6 on the shot clock. And blocked. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Mavericks on D. Now here's Westbrook. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Ray Allen is on the win. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. Westbrook. And he's good on the three ball.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Here's Harper. Nowitzki right side. Harper. Here's the floater. And he gets it to go.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Now here's Durant. Outside Durant. Nowitzki. Here are the Mavericks now. It's a three-point game. Blackman. Pass to Harper. Now Nowitzki. And the shot is good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Westbrook. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now Allen. Pass to Durant. Right side Durant. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here is Aguirre. Bradley with the ball. Here is Aguirre. And he misses the go-ahead basket. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
The Mavericks trail it. Here's Harper. Pass to Bradley. Here's Harper. Now Nowitzki. Kemp's there. Aguirre. And another basket for Dallas. Now Westbrook. Left side Westbrook. Yes! Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Ray Allen grabs the board.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Now here's Westbrook. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here is Aguirre. And the shot is good. The Thunder with the lead. Payton outside. Outside Durant. Kicks it out to Allen. The three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Hooked away. And here is Nowitzki. 5 to shoot. Shoots the three. Harper's shot's good. He has 5. Now here's Durant. There's the pick. Payton outside. Shot is no good. Back to Durant. Payton outside. Pass to Westbrook. Fires the three. Mavericks with the rebound.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Harper. Aguirre. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Allen outside. From past the arc. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And the Mavericks call time here. Here's Harper. 5 points in the game. Pass to Aguirre. Here's Harper. Here is Aguirre. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
On offense, here are the Thunder. 6-point lead. Outside Durant. Shot from the wing. Shot denied. Pass to Harper. Nowitzki with it. Here's Harper. Clock at 6. The baseline jam. No good. Durant with it. Now here's Payton. And here is Payton. Had the space there, but it's offline. Here's Harper. Left side, Bradley. Left side, Bradley. Aguirre, good. 6 points for him.
You know, he seemed a bit cold. The shots haven't been falling for him early on.
Here's Payton. There's a good screen. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Harper. Back to Bradley. Here's Aguirre. Now here's Bradley. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now Johnson. Outside Wilkins. Pass to George. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside Kidd. And the shot is good. And it's the Thunder with the ball. 4-point game. And here is Wilkins. And here's George. Back to Wilkins. Right side Wilkins. Sigma. Shot is blocked. Kidd with it. Shot is off.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Now here is George. Now here's Lewis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Sigma, 4 on the shot clock. Fires it up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Kid with it. Lewis grabs the board. And here's George. From deep. And he gets the bucket. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Nash. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far. Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Now here's Wilkins. They set the pick. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Now Kidd. Pass to Nash. Shot clock at 6. Now Chandler. Finley. Lewis grabs the board. Right side George. Right side George. And here is Wilkins. Back to George. From the top of the key, he buries it. He's got 5.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
Outside Kidd. Pass to Nash. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Sigma. Back to Wilkins. With one on the clock. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here. Nash with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside, George. Now Lewis. Johnson outside. Now here's Lewis. Banked in off the glass.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Now Kidd. There's the screen. Right side Kidd. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw. And the Mavericks making a change here. Good on the second free throw. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Johnson outside. Pass to George. Right side George. Just 5 to shoot. McDaniel. And Haywood pulls it down. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And here is Kidd. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Doncic. Tries it from 19. And yes, sir, that one drops. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And I'll tell you what, I don't see any sign of them slowing down.
McDaniel. Johnson outside. Pass to Shrimp. And the Thunder, another three.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
The finger roll finish at the bucket. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Johnson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Chandler. His first shot coming late. They retain possession. Doncic. Outside Kidd. 6 to shoot. The Thunder pull it in.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Outside, George. Johnson with it. Johnson right side. Back to George. McDaniel. That one goes. Count it. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and the Mavericks call time here. Mavericks making a switch here. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Now the Thunder with it. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. There's the pick. Right side Westbrook. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Pass to Harper. Aguirre. Here's Harper. Here is Aguirre. All sorts of time. And that's off the glass and in. He's got 8. Here's Oklahoma City. 13-point lead. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Payton. Payton right side. Westbrook. Here's Kemp. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Here's Harper. From the arc. Rebounded by Kemp.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
So it's the Mavericks now, trailing by 17. Pass to Harper. Makes the lead pass. Doncic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 6.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Here's Dallas. Here's Harper. 5 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. Doncic. And it's Dallas with another.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Now Payton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
That's good from Payton. Here's Harper. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Harper. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. He's got 7. Here's Payton. There's a screen. Payton, right side. Outside Westbrook. And here's Kemp. Right side Kemp. Makes it off the glass. Here comes Harper. 7 points in the game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here is Durant. The kick out to Westbrook. Left side Westbrook. Left side Westbrook. Clock at 6. Left side Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 11.
Good possession there, resulting in an easy one down low.
Pass to Harper. Here is Aguirre. Now Bradley. Here's Harper. Here's Harper. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Durant with it. Now here's Westbrook. Back to Durant. Launches a 3. No good. Now the Mavericks with it. It's a 16-point game. Here's Harper. 9 points in the game so far. Durant with the steal. Outside Westbrook. And it's blocked. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Here's Payton. No good. Blackman. Pass to Harper. Here is Aguirre. High post shot. And that one goes long. And here is Durant. Back to Allen. Now Payton. They set the pick. Kemp with it. Stolen. Here's Harper. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Back to Kemp. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
He tried to shoehorn along the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. Pretty good defense there to force the turnover.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Now here's Payton. Shot clock at 5. Payton outside. Let's go.
Boy, his struggles continue here in the second quarter.
And it's off the back rim. No good. Pass to Nowitzki. The high post shot. Drained for 2 points. 6 points for him. Outside Durant. They set the screen. Westbrook with it. Now here's Kemp. Outside for Durant. Now Payton. 6 to shoot. Shot to stop the drought. And the layup is up and in. Here's Harper. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Aguirre. Durant with it, and they're moving it up. Kicks it out to Allen. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. He's got 10.
And you know what? He's like a tank when he's coming down the lane. Lay into him as hard as you can. You're not going to be able to knock him off balance.
Here's Harper. Aguirre. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Clark, no question who's been in control of this game.
It has been all theirs, fully in control.
Here's Durant. Maguire grabs the miss. And here are the Mavericks now. Working on Allen. Blackman gets it to go from beyond the arc. Outside Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. That's good. 13 points in the game.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Thunder and well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Shoots off the screen, and the jumper is good. He has 7.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Durant, and he slams it one-handed. And the Mavericks call time here. Now the Mavericks with it. Down by 15. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Here's Harper. Here's Harper. He's got 9. Clock is at 3. On deep. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant, but they recover it. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Harper. Blackman. The fader. Here's Nowitzki. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. 8 points for him.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Payton, right side. All alone. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Pass to Nowitzki. Lots of room. And Westbrook pulls it down. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They set the pick. Now Kemp. The stupendous finish in traffic. 10 points for him.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Harper. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Pass to Harper. Here's Aguirre. Good on the three-point shot.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Payton. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Nowitzki in the post.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Now Durant. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He has 6. Parker would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
You know, the chances, Kevin, of that happening are extremely slim.
Pass to Nowitzki. Open jump shot off the mark.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here is Aguirre. 17 points in the game. Here's Harper. Blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Payton. Westbrook. Back to Payton. Pass to Durant. Bangs home the trifecta. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Nowitzki. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Allen outside. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
This Mavericks squad struggling. Here's Harper. He's got 9. Pass to Aguirre. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harper. There's the 3. And it's Durant with the rebound.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Took him no time at all on that one. 16 points for him.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
Here's Harper. Throws it up high. It's tipped. Ray Allen is on the wing. Fires for 3. Now here's Durant. Pass to Westbrook. The tray. Can't hit. Here's Harper. Outside Bradley. Here is Aguirre. Here's Harper. Cans it from downtown.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And the Mavericks with some changes. And it's the Thunder with the ball. And here is Wilkins. Pass to George. Back to Wilkins. Gives him the lead pass. And the rebound goes to Nash.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that.
Pulls it up. And another basket for Dallas.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Johnson outside. High post try. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nash with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 on the shot clock. Finley. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here is Wilkins. Now here's Lewis. Back to Wilkins. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Nash. And here's the fast break. Here's the screen. Finley. Back to Nash. Mashburn sinks the triple. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just Exquisite ball movement.
Johnson outside. Pass to George. Tries to snap the cold streak. And that is good. 7 points in the game. Finley. And here's Nash. They set the screen. No good from outside. Johnson outside. Now here's Lewis. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Nash. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Count that one. And the Thunder with the possession here. They lead by 14. Johnson outside. Four on the clock. Shoots a three. Can't get it to go. Here's Dallas. Mashburn. Pass to Nash. And it's Dallas with another. Now Johnson. Up and in on the way up. And here are the Mavericks now. Nash outside. Sent away. Here's Johnson. Pass to George. And it's rejected. And here's Nash. Mashburn. Back to Nash. Clock at 6. Nash right side. That's good. He's got 6. Outside, George. Outside, Wilkins. Sigma. That drops.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score.
Here's Nash. Oh, he got it! Well, through 3/4 of... Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Johnson with it. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. McDaniel. Sigma. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Doncic. Good.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Pass to Schrempf. No one near him. And that one's good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Back to Kidd. Now Nowitzki. Great look there, but off target. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Outside, George. Pass to Schrempf. Back to George. Here is Schrempf. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Now here's Kidd. Doncic. And he gets it to go.
Well, you look at the scoreboard and you realize how much he's already contributed. You really have to wonder how bad it might be if he weren't doing the job he's done so far.
They set the pick. Here's Johnson. Here's Schrempf. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. And here are the Mavericks now. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Now here's Kidd. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside Kidd. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And the Thunder with possession. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Westbrook, no good. Now here's Kidd. Leads him in there. Nowitzki lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And I don't know of too many other players who are as solid as he is in the low post. Just watch how many times he'll get his man to go for his fake and leave his feet. He gets him up in the air and takes advantage of it.
And the Thunder making a change here. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Doncic. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. The Thunder with the lead. Payton outside. From downtown, the Thunder with another miss.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Nowitzki outside. Got it. Good job in the low post. Schrempf with it. Pass to Westbrook. There's the pick. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 20.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Outside Kidd. Back to Bradley. Count the bucket. Here's Oklahoma City. 22 is their biggest lead. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Payton. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Now here's Westbrook. Now here's Kidd. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Now the Thunder with it. 7-point differential. Outside Westbrook. Back to Payton. Ball's knocked loose. Kidd with the steal. Nowitzki outside. Teardrop shot. And he gets it to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Here's Payton. Pass to Westbrook. They set the pick. Outside Kemp. Outside Kemp. 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. 24 points for him. Dallas with the ball. They trail by 7. Back to Kidd. Pass to Bradley. And he banks in the layup.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Payton. Now Kemp. Now Schrempf. Here's Westbrook. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And here is Kidd. Pass to Nowitzki. Kidd. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here is Durant. Off the pick. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up. The Mavericks trail. Pass to Aguirre. Takes a three. The shot is off. And here is Payton outside Westbrook. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Back to Payton. Payton right side. Goes back up. That's good.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half. But since the break, he's been on target.
Here's Dallas. Pass to Aguirre. Plenty of space. And he swishes it right through. 19 points in the game. Now here's Westbrook. And Durant backing in. Back to Westbrook. There's a screen. Payton outside. 6 to shoot. Kemp with the bucket.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team.
Oklahoma City on D. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Harper. There's a good screen. Pass to Nowitzki. Second chance shot. Durant with it. And here's Westbrook. And here's Kemp. Outside Kemp. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's Harper. Nowitzki outside. Nowitzki left side. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Pass to Harper. Clock at 6. Back to Nowitzki. Nowitzki left side. No good off the back of the rim. Now Payton. Outside Durant. Back to Payton. Outside for Durant. Right side Westbrook. Outside Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Here's Harper. Pass to Aguirre. Stolen by Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. Shot is off. Here's Harper. Here is Aguirre. Working on Allen. Pass to Harper. Good on the triple.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Peyton. Outside Durant. Westbrook with it. Outside Westbrook. Back to Durant. Now Peyton. He lobs it up. Got a piece of it. Kemp can't hit. Lets it go with a three. Another three for Dallas. So no problem for it. Russell Westbrook.